So I wanted to talk in this video about the supplement that I feed my horses. Basically what I feed them other than free choice hay. I do all my own hay, and it's just ordinary mixed hay with a mix of legumes and grasses. Nothing fancy there. But I don't limit their hay intake at all. They have free access to hay most of the time. But I wanted to talk specifically about the grain I feed. I have draft horses, obviously, and I feed oats. And I've fed oats for 35 years. And I fed them for 30 years without rolling them. I just fed whole oats. Straight out of the bin generally, or out of the bag if I had to buy oats. But about 5 years ago I decided to do a trial and just roll some oats and try it on the horses. And the reason why I did that was because the price of oats is just continually climbing, and I was trying to see if I could get more feed value out of every pound of oats. And I found that the whole oats were, when you're, cleaning out the manure, you would see a lot of, undigested oats in the manure. And it got me thinking, that's kind of a waste in a way, and even with horses with teeth in good condition, they seem to not completely, process all the feed. So I started rolling the oats. And I've continued doing it because I find that I get more feed value out of each pound of oats. And this is a terrible camera, but this is I just finished rolling these oats, and you can kind of see maybe the individual flakes look exactly like Quaker oats, rolled oats, and they just crumble in your hands when you're done with them. And it kind of separates the hulls from the kernel too, which is interesting, but it doesn't matter. Hull's good for them too. It's a good source of fiber. So what this does is it enables me to feed less oats. Actually, they get similar quantity, but it's considerably less weight, and my horses are in excellent condition. So I'm going to continue doing it, and I would suggest if anybody else is feeding oats that they consider rolling their oats to cut down a little bit just on the expense. When I guess if you only have one horse and money's no option, it's not a big deal. But when you've got a stable full, or more than one or two, every dollar you spend on feed is $1 less you have to pay a bill or buy necessities for your life. So the oat roller I use is an old Woods oat roller, and I have it hooked to a Briggs & Stratton gasoline engine, and it works good. I buy my oats in bulk from the what you're looking at here is a gravity box mounted on a wagon frame, and then it has a little building that I covered over. So this is actually a mobile feed unit that I built, and I've got things hanging on the wall, and there's a lid up top, and there's a door on the side of the building. You can't see it, but they come with the truck, and they blow this bin full of oats. It holds about 2 tons. And then I unload it and I bring it in bags, and then I pour it into the hopper here, and it gets rolled. And I roll once a week. It takes me about 45 minutes to roll up a whole week's worth of oats for my horses. And so yeah, I won't tell you what I feed in poundage per day because it varies depending on the time of year and the work that the horses are doing, and each horse gets a little bit different ratio. So there's no point in me saying, oh, I feed so many pounds a day, because I just feed according to workload and body condition on each individual animal. So each animal gets a custom ration, you know. I could generalize and say, well, I feed so many pounds a day per horse, but it really does vary according to the time of year and what work they're doing. When they're doing a lot of heavy, hard work, then they need more, you know, nutrition, particularly if they've only got an hour for their lunchtime. They can only consume so much hay, so they need a really nutrient dense lunch, you know, and breakfast really too, although they've been eating hay all night. So anyways, that's about the oats. Now the mineral I feed, and I've been feeding this for quite a long time, is I don't know whether you can see it, but it's Hoffman's horse mineral, and it's pretty common, at least where I live. I feed it just according to bag directions. It comes with a little scoop. You get a free scoop in every bag, and I just feed according to what the bag says, and my horses seem happy on it. And then I feed just loose salt. They can consume that at will. Just loose cobalt, iodized, stock salt. That's what they get on top of that. And so that's what I feed my horses, along with free choice first cut hay. The odd time I will feed some second cut hay if I don't breed horses anymore, or at least not at the moment. But I used to feed my lactating mares, and you know, particularly if they were lactating and working, then I would give them a flake of second cut. But I hardly ever feed second cut hay to my horses. I just give them free choice first cut hay, good quality, sweet green first cut hay. Hoffman's Minerals, blue salt, and rolled oats, and they seem happy and healthy, and they maintain excellent condition with actually less oats than I used to feed, and there's absolutely no visible whole undigested oats coming through. You hardly can find anything in their manure other, you know, than the normal fibers that are, you know, non-digestible fibers that just pass through. But as far as grain goes, there's no grain in their manure at all. And they seem to really relish having it ground up. And so anyways, I just wanted to talk about that. I guess there's some debate as to whether it's really does any good, but I've proven it to myself that rolling the oats makes a considerable difference, and I can feed less and they get more out of it. So that's it for now, and sign off for now till next time.